Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Today I'm making an Asian noodle stir-fry dish that's really easy. Very cheap ingredients. In fact, you probably have them all in your pantry right now. This recipe that I'm making feeds about 5 adults. We're a family of 5 with 3 kids, 2 adults, 3 kids, but they're really young and they don't eat too much, so we're gonna have leftovers. So let's just go ahead and jump into the recipe. So the first thing you want to do is cut up your chicken into bite-sized pieces, put it in a bowl, and we're going to marinate the chicken. We're gonna add a couple ingredients to really tenderize this meat and make it soft and silky and kind of like restaurant quality chicken that you would get if you ordered from, you know, a Chinese takeout place or something like that. This marinade makes it really tender, so I wouldn't skip out on this part. It doesn't take long. Okay, so now I have all my marinade ingredients mixed with the chicken. I actually forgot to put the water in because you are supposed to put 2 tablespoons of water in. And I forgot to, but it turned out fine. I would say do it, but I guess if you forget, it's still gonna be okay. But go ahead and add that 2 tablespoons of water. Give it a good mix and cover it, stick it in the fridge, and leave it for at least 30 minutes. 30 minutes is fine. If you have all night, great. If you don't, just do 30 minutes. So you want to soak your rice noodles in water so they get really soft, so you can just throw them in the skillet and they cook in about a minute or 2. See, they're pretty dry right now, so you want to cover them with water and soak them for at least 30 minutes so they will soften. So yeah, just cover them with the water, let them sit there. They'll get pretty soft in about 30 minutes. You can also use ramen noodles. If you don't have this rice noodles, ramen noodles is perfectly fine. Like, cook them, but don't use the packet. Just cook the noodles and set them aside for you to throw in the skillet when you're ready to put together the stir fry. So I would use about 3 packets of ramen if you're gonna feed about 4 to 5 adults with all the chicken and vegetables. So for veggies, I'm using broccoli, green onion, and carrot. This is about a big handful of broccoli. I didn't measure, just as much as you want or as little as you want, about a handful. Green onion, I cut it horizontally, just for something different. You can slice it, but I cut it in long julienne pieces. And then I also peeled and grated 1 carrot. So yeah, these are really easy vegetables to use that everybody mostly has in the fridge. That is a minced 2 cloves of minced garlic and 1 egg. So really the only thing left we have to do to prep before we just throw together the stir fry is the sauce that we will pour over the stir fry in the skillet. So the sauce pretty much consists of soy sauce, sugar, and vinegar. So this is a dark soy that I have in my hand right here, and that's what I'm gonna use. I got it from an Asian market, and you can typically find dark soys in Asian markets, but light, like regular soy sauce that you have in your pantry, if you don't have a dark soy, is fine. Just a kikkoman, is that how you say it? Kikkoman soy sauce. Use that. It'll be perfectly fine. Maybe just add 1 more tablespoon to give it a little bit more flavor. So pretty much we have everything prepped to just throw everything in the skillet and stir fry it together. So my noodles are soft, you can see that, they're ready to go. I have all my vegetables prepped. I have my chicken ready and marinated. We're ready to throw it in the pan. You want to add about 4 tablespoons of canola oil to a big pan or a wok if you have one. I don't have a wok. So I just added, the 4 tablespoons of canola oil. You want to put it on high because you want this pretty hot before you add your chicken. So turn that up to a high heat. In my pan. There's one more little straggler. I'm going to get him out. Okay. So I'm just going to let that cook. Get a little golden crispy on each side. We'll add a little water. Now that we've got most of it cooked, what we're going to do is add a little, maybe 1/3 of a cup of water, and put a lid on it. So I don't have a lid for my pan, so I just use a sheet pan. You just have to use what you have, right? So yeah, I'm gonna let that cook, not too high of a heat because I don't want to burn the chicken, but I do want to simmer it and cook it for a couple minutes. Okay, so it's been a couple minutes. The chicken should be almost cooked through. It's made this nice silky sauce with all the marinade ingredients. It's just turned into a nice little smooth sauce. So now I'm going to empty all the chicken and the sauce into a little bowl, and I will add it back into the stir fry in just a second. All right, with my pan on a pretty high heat, and the oil should be nice and hot, I'm gonna go ahead and stir fry my veggies. So in goes my grated carrots. I'm going to add that in, and then I'm gonna add my broccoli in there. So I guess this is easier for me to set the camera down. Add my broccoli. And then I won't add my green onion yet because I'll just add that at the end because I want that to stay pretty nice and crispy. And then I'll go ahead and add my garlic too. So right here I'm adding about another 1/4 cup or 1/3 of a cup of water to the veggies because I just want to steam them again. So I'm going to cover them, cook them for about a minute just to get them cooked through and steamed. Okay, it's been about a minute with my veggies cooking. I turned down the heat so they were cooking at about a medium heat. You don't want to burn your veggies. Just make sure not to have it too high when you cover it and steam them. So they look really nice and cooked. So now I'm gonna go ahead and pretty much add the rest of my ingredients. And I wanna kick that heat back up because this is when you're kind of bringing it all together and stir frying it. Oh, and I forgot about the egg, I'm sorry. Okay, so after you cook your veggies, kind of smush them over to the side. Throw away your egg. Squish them over to the side, crack an egg. Again, the heat's on high. Just let that egg cook, kind of scramble it around and let it cook. It doesn't take long at all. So yeah, this probably takes about 30 seconds to 1 minute to cook this egg. Just kind of stir it, chop it up into little bitty pieces, and then once the egg's pretty much cooked, you will just mix it with the veggies and just start throwing the rest of your ingredients in. So right now you do want your pan on a pretty high heat. This is kind of when you're bringing it all home. You're running to the home plate. I don't know how to, I just think of it as you're bringing it on home right now. Everything's going in the pan. Everything should be really hot. Your noodles will cook. It'll take about a minute and your noodles will get really soft. You will see that. Yeah, you just want to stir fry it. It needs to be pretty hot. So once the noodles are pretty soft, you know they're cooked, really the only thing left to do is add any garnishes that you want, such as some fresh green onions. You could add cilantro, you could squeeze some lime. If you want this spicy, please add some chili peppers. I would love to, but my kids are gonna eat this, so I can't. So if you have some like red chili flakes, you could add that in there and it'll give it some heat. So yeah, just stir in those green onions and it's pretty much ready to plate. You could also top it with some nuts too. I'm sorry, I'm just adding this. If you have crushed peanuts or cashews, that would also be delicious as well. So there you have it, a pretty easy, frugal, and cheap way to make a chicken noodle stir fry. Like I said, use any vegetables you like, but this is kind of, I feel like, what everybody has in their fridge and what kids will like as well. So I hope you liked my video. Please give it a like if you liked it, and comment and let me know if you made this and how you thought it tasted. And I hope you guys will subscribe. That would be great. And thank you so much if you really stuck with me until the end, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.